done got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Who are you? Stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Scott. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First
couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call it a very strong gain of 24.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Caleb Chason on the tackle. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by linebacker Miles Jack. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
First down, Kaiser. To the left side here for Eifert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown.
Boston Scott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Vikings.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Are you one of those early holiday shoppers, Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Complete to
No gain, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Vikings 0.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, here's Cousins. Again, he finds more. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Davis, the intended receiver, and it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, Kaiser. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. A huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
It's 2nd and 8. At the
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. The Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And that will be incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Good for a minute.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Only needing 2 yards on second down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Kaiser, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Kaiser. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big pickup. 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Cousins on first down. It's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
3 more yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And his kick is right through.
It's the score, Vikings 24, Jaguars 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run on first down. Scott fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Kaiser sliding out of the pocket. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Well, he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no good plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again.
The 6-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Vikings 31, Jaguars 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
They do a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
The wide receiver.
Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Cousins now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Scott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Scott, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up with the...
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to... The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on 1st down, Kaiser caught Eifert over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Kaiser. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run with Madison. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8. Today's final score.
Like Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually kind of moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.